was going to say, you actually host a birthday party for the Marines. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm not talking about that, but I do. That's kind of something I fell into by default. Do you want to talk about that first?
Sure, let's talk about that, because I love that day.
Okay, so the Marine Corps birthday is a huge deal. The commandant in the World War I era was John A. Lejeune, and he decreed that all Marines everywhere should celebrate the birthday, and they set the date as November 10th, because that's the date in 1775 that the Congress authorized a Marine Corps and sent the first commandant, who was a captain, into he set up shop in a pub on the true story, on the piers in Philadelphia, a pub called Tun Tavern. He set up shop and signed up longshoremen to be the first Marines. So we like to say that we were born in a bar or born in a well, but since the commandant came out with that in the World War I era, Marine Corps has gathered, whether you're in a foxhole or whether you're a bunch of retired guys like I have now, we get together and we have birthday cake and we celebrate the birthday of the Marine Corps. We just did this last week, 247th birthday. And what I got into was I was the OPSO of my reserve F-18 squadron out here in Fort Worth, and my squadron CO got invited to go join some guys at a pub for the Marine Corps birthday. He asked me if I would go in his place. So I did with another guy. It was 12 guys sitting around, mostly retired Marines. They had a sword and a cake. And we always cut the sword with a Marine Corps officer's Mameluke sword. And so we had this great event. And I said, hey, I could get a few more guys here next year if you guys want. And they're like, yeah, do it. And then I did. And then the next year I was like, hey, I get a few more guys here if you want. And they're like, hey, why don't you just take over the whole party? And that was about 22 years ago, I think.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And now I put on the party. It's the same pub. It was owned by a Marine. When he sold the pub, he actually put in with an agreement with the new owner that he still had to host my party every year. So that's actually written into the sales contract on this pub. But we get 150 to 200 Marines, some of which I don't know, Marines, friends of Marines, wives of Marines, boyfriends of Marines, whatever, all kinds of, any rank, any MOS, which is your military occupational specialty, current Marines, old Marines, retired Marines. It's great. It's fantastic. And I have a big